Hi guys, my name is Jennifer Rowe and I make videos on how to transform your life from the inside out. Mostly they are on how to have a more luxurious, lavish lifestyle, but I've decided that I'm gonna make a series on metaphysical things because it's something that I am actually very, very obsessed with. So if you're into that type of stuff, make sure you subscribe and click on the notification button. So I got this idea to sit down and talk about metaphysics by a YouTuber that's called Sammy Ingram. There's also another YouTuber that's really big that does this. She sits down, does her makeup, and she talks about murder mystery. Her name is Bailey Sarian. I just want to make sure that I give credit to where I get these ideas from. And when I sit down and I talk about everybody's You Pushed Out, I learned that from Roxy Talks. She has been amazing for me to watch. I've learned a lot from her within the last year. I want to make sure again that I give credit to where I get my ideas from. And anyways, let's get started on my video. Other day, actually the day before last night, I had the craziest dream and I have to share it with you guys because I mean, I'm gonna write this stuff down. Like it's gotta be written down somewhere. It's gonna be written. By the way, I'm one of these like crazy people that like I can astral project. If you don't know what astral projection is, it's where my like soul, is that what it is? My soul? Is it like I can leave and then I can like go to different dimensions. Yeah, so I'm one of those people. So I used to and I can also lucid dream a lot. I mean, a lot of people can do it naturally, but I had to teach myself how to, I actually had to teach myself how to do both of these things, and they took me a while. Anyways, with the astral projection, I've been trying to astral project since I was like 16 years old. And I didn't actually get to astral project until I was about 25. And once I my first astral projection experience was just so amazing. Like it was, honestly, it just, when I left my body, when I consciously, because you leave your body every single night, I guess. But when you consciously, like when you're conscious that you're leaving your body, you can feel all your earthly like problems literally be like lifted off of your shoulders, if that makes any sense. But there's also some like weird, there's like a weird gray area to like leaving your body too. Like you really need to develop a relationship with your spirit guides or your guardian angels and stuff, because you can't just go roaming around like different dimensions and leave your body open to other entities that are just trying to experience the third dimension. Anyways, so let's go back to my dream. Yeah, so, oh god, the other day I was just so exhausted. And for some reason, when I'm really exhausted, that's when I really astral project. So, but this was weird. This was like a lucid dream slash astral project. I don't know. This was just a really weird experience. So, I'm in my dream, and in my dream, I am in a relationship with somebody other than my real life partner, and something happened to where I realized that, because I'm pretty obsessed with my boyfriend, to where I realized that I was dreaming, because I was like, oh, like you're not my guy, so I must be asleep because this isn't real, or this is, yeah. So anyways, let me keep going. This isn't real, whatever the fuck real is. So I'm like, oh, so I'm in like another dimension within my dream. And then I start realizing, because I'm such a believer of the law of attraction, they say that in your dreams, if like everything that's in your dream is your subconscious is like manifesting like right before your eyes. And once your conscious mind is conscious, then you realize that everything that's going on around you, all of the dream characters, all the people that are talking to you is just your subconscious mind speaking back to you. So I'm in my dream, and I have this light bulb moment in my dream, and I'm like, oh my god, like I can speak to my subconscious, and my subconscious it literally talks to me and goes, so this isn't real. And it was kind of like a question mark. So this isn't real. Like you're not in the real, you're not in the real dimension, so this isn't real. And then all of a sudden I woke up, and I was like, I woke up, I'm like, damn, that was like a crazy dream. Like I literally met my subconscious. I was actually meeting a lot of dream characters within my dream. And dream characters are just people in your dream that are just like, they're not real. I'm gonna stop doing this. They aren't real people. They're just people in your dream. Dream characters are just people in your dream. So I kept meeting dream characters in my dream, and I kept talking to them about, you know, the laws of attraction, the subconscious mind, everything that I'm talking about right now. And some of these people, a lot of the people in my dream had no idea what the hell I was talking about. So these are people that we call asleep. So when you hear people say, oh, they're woke, when you're woke, you understand what I'm talking about. Like, all of this stuff makes sense to you. When you're asleep, you're just kind of like, you're living your life on just like autopilot. Like, you don't understand that your thoughts, the things that you were saying are actually just like creating like your world. So there were a lot of asleep people in my dream. But I feel like there's been like a really huge spiritual awakening in the last couple of years. Like, I see a lot more metaphysical things just constantly all over social media, and people talking about it. It's even like on songs. There's a song called Lucid Dreams. So people aren't as asleep as they were in my dream. But in my dream, I kept meeting a lot of people that were just not woke, or like that were just asleep. So anyways, I wake up, and then I had a false awakening. So a false awakening is when you think that you woke up in your dream, but you just woke up into another dream. So I wake up and I'm on the ocean. I'm pretty sure I was in Puerto Rico because I just got like back from a trip in Puerto Rico that I can't stop thinking about because it was just so amazing. But I wake up on the beach, and then when I look next to me, anyways, so I wake up on the beach and I think, oh my goodness, that was a cool dream. Like, I got to talk to my subconscious mind. Like, I met my subconscious, and then I realized that my subconscious mind is not just my subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is actually like separate. It's separate from you. Like, it has a mind of its own. A mind of its own that your conscious mind programmed. And then the subconscious mind is responsible for everything that's just projected out. And not only is your subconscious mind separate from you, but connected to you. But it's literally, it's not just everybody's you push out. It's everything. It's the environment that you're in. It's the way it's your subconscious mind. Like, and this is where I was just so mind blown, because I sound like such a fucking nut. Because I hear all these studies, oh, people do all these studies on the subconscious mind, and they study the brain, and I'm really obsessed with the brain, and they do all these brain studies about the subconscious mind, and it's like, the subconscious mind is fucking everywhere. Like, feelings, you want to know what your true beliefs are, you want to know what's sitting in your subconscious, open your eyes and just look around you. Like, this is your subconscious. Like, in my dream, that was my realization. Anyways, so I'm in my false awakening, and I look over, and it was the same dream boyfriend. Like, it was the same dream character as my other dream, and I was like, fudge, like, I'm not awake. Like, this is a false awakening. Like, that's not my dude, because that's like not my dude. That's not my guy. So I was like, clearly dream guy is still here, so this is just a dream. And so, like I said, I was like conscious, but I was sort of still like in a dream state. And anyways, so all of a sudden, when I had that realization that your subconscious mind is everything, it started just flooding. I was at the beach, but it just became very weird. All of a sudden, like, this whole scenery just like changed, and I would, like, when I think back at it, it almost looks like a gray room. And there's this really beautiful Russian metaphysical teacher that I follow on Instagram, and she was in my dream, and for some reason she's just sitting there, and as we're flooding, like literally, like, it's just bunches of water just in my dream, just like flooding. Like, we were about to not be able to breathe, but because I know that I'm in a dream, I'm not worried about breathing, because it's a dream, so I can breathe underwater in my dreams. So she sits next to me. She's this gorgeous metaphysical, I think she's Russian, I'm not even sure if she's Russian, and she sits next to me. She goes, urine. So I'm not sure if like my actual body like needed to pee, like my body on third dimension, and I was like, what about it? Yeah, so yeah, so I was like, what about it? And I started thinking about my body. When she said urine, I just thought about like my physical body. I'm like, wait, that's like an earthly problem. Like, you know, that's an earthly problem. Like, here in dream world, I'm not worried about even drowning. Like, I can breathe underwater. So I started thinking back about my body, and anyways, so I was just like, oh, that was odd. This lady's talking about urine. And then, so I thought this was odd. I was like, this lady's talking about urine. I was like, what does that have to do with anything? And so I thought about my body. So I just kind of like, it brought me back to like, you know, 3D world. And then I started thinking like, oh, like, because I was really deep in my dream. I was like super deep. Like I could feel when you're gone, like you're gone. Like you can feel that you are like far away. And I started feeling really far away, and I started feeling kind of stuck. And because that's another thing. When you mess with your brain and you mess with your dreams, like you can start losing touch with reality. And then I kind of had that conversation with my subconscious mind, and I was like, oh, like you're losing, you know, touch with reality, you know, whatever that is. And I thought about, and this reminds me of a Buffy the Vampire Slayer episode that I watched several years ago. Anyways, I was talking about how I was losing touch with reality, and then it was asking me like, what is real? My subconscious was asking me like, what is real? And I was underwater, and I could, now at this point, all the water was, I was underwater, and but I could breathe out of my nose. And then I was trying to inhale through my mouth, but for some reason in my dream, like I could not inhale through my mouth. Like I could only breathe through my nose. But when I would inhale with my mouth, I could feel all the water in my mouth, just like you would feel it here. And that's when I was having like this weird thing of like, you know, what the hell is real? And so I grabbed my hands, because for some reason I had access to sand. I think it was back from the beach or something. I don't know, because you know how dreams can just kind of, you skip like different scenes. And I was holding the sand and I was looking it up, and it was so clear. It was so clear, and there was like pieces of purple sand and regular sand in there. But it was so real. And I started making plans in my mind of staying in that dimension. Like if that was an option for some reason. And then I started thinking about my kids, and I was like, I gotta go back, you know, I gotta go back. And then I had some more conversations with my subconscious mind, and I'm wanting to just kind of like go back home. Like I was like, okay, I want to go back home. But I also knew that I was like in my dream, because I was thinking about my kids, I was thinking about my body. I did start, you know, for a split second there, I started thinking about like, oh, like I could like stay in like this dimension, but it was so like trippy. It was honestly like an effing acid trip. It was like all over the place. But I really did want to talk to my subconscious mind, because I had realized that I had tapped into my subconscious. Like I met my subconscious. Like I was able to have a conversation with my subconscious. And I even remember, like, I don't know exactly what it was that was said, but I asked my subconscious something, like, straight up, and it answered in, like, code, and I was angry at my subconscious mind, and I was like, haha, you have a sense of humor, don't you? And then, I was like, F this, like, I'm just done. Because it just put me, it started, like, it started just, like, taunting me. Like, yeah, it started taunting me, and I was like, F this, like, I'm done. I'm going back home. And I could feel how far away I was. So in my dream, I started like, shouting, like, as loud as I could, wake up! Wake up! And it's just so weird. Like, think about, like, all my, like, brain, like, I'm just, like, I'm just, like, I can't even put it into words. I'm just, like, connect back to the body. And I'm shouting, wake up, wake up. And as I'm screaming, wake up, I am, trying to get my arms, my limbs to move in real life just so that I could wake up. And I've had sleep paralysis before. I don't even want to talk about it because I don't want it to happen again. But I could feel my body literally, like, coming back through all, like, it was shooting back into the body, but it was, like, in a sleep paralysis mode still. So, like, when you are asleep, there's a stage where you are in sleep paralysis. It's a way of your body protecting itself, because when you're in dreams and you're acting things out, if you were to, like, just, your body was just, like, roam around and, like, act those things out, it's, like, dangerous for your body. So, like, your body's in sleep paralysis for, like, a second, and I didn't want to stay in, like, sleep paralysis, because if my astral body would have, like, landed in my body while I was still in sleep paralysis, for some reason, like, some really, like, demonic shit for some reason always just, like, manifest itself. So I was like, no, like, we're gonna, like, land in the body and, like, wake up right away. So I was screaming, like, wake up, and then I was imagining my limbs moving like this. Hold on, let me do my other eye. Alright, so I was getting carried away with the dream there. Where was I? So I started, like, moving my arms around, and I was, like, waking myself up, and then finally, like, I woke up. Like, I landed. And my boyfriend, like, I just, honestly, like, I woke up and I was, like, so relieved. Like, I was, honestly, like, I was, like, a little scared that I was gonna, like, get stuck out there. And you're probably thinking, like, that's not even possible, Jennifer, but, like, I've had, you know, some pretty crazy experiences, so we're not gonna get into my experiences right now, but, yeah, like, oh, crap. So I've had some, like, really spiritual experiences where it's just, like, makes me, like, question, you know, everything. But anyway, so I was really glad that I landed, that I came back, and that it happened, you know, how I wanted it to, because I was just nervous of what could have, like, potentially happened. I was just scared of, like, getting stuck out there, because that's happened before. So I came back and I was like, fuck. I told my boyfriend, I was like, babe, like, I told him, I was like, oh my god, that was, like, the craziest experience. And he was like, yeah, you kind of woke up and you were like, you were like, huh. Like, he said, like, grunted. And I was like, yeah, I bet, because I was, like, screaming in my dream, like, demanding for me to, like, come back. And when I, you know, and the thing is, like, I was, like, demanding for me to come back. And the thing is that, when I first started astral projecting, or, like, the first time it happened, I was pulled out of my body by, my spirit guides. It was a really, like, amazing, like, peaceful experience, because I was just so stressed out that they knew that I needed, like, a break from third dimension, because, previous to that, I'd been trying to astral project, honestly, for, like, a decade, and I just, for some reason, it wasn't happening. And then after the first time it happened, I sort of, like, figured out how to do it. I wasn't very good at managing, like, my astral body. Obviously, like, from what I told you, like, I'm clearly, like, still not an expert at it. But now what happens is that when I'm very tired or really stressed out, I just pop out of my body, like, not even, like, willingly. Like, I just effing pop out. And it's, like, you know, sometimes I just want to be here. Like, sometimes I just want to be grounded. I want to be, like, normal ass person. And, but yeah, anyways, so what happened was, after I woke up, I immediately texted my cousin that lives across the country. He's my best friend, but he has these experiences, like, all the time. So I had to tell him about my dream. I'm like, oh my god, I just had, like, the sickest dream. It was, like, 2 o'clock in the morning. So I told him, I was like, I just had the sickest dream. Like, it was an awakening, right? Because I got to meet my subconscious mind. And I realized, how I mentioned to you guys, my subconscious mind isn't just, you know, something that's like hidden in the back of my head. It's everybody as you pushed out, which I already knew. It's all my experiences, you know, in my dream and stuff like that. It's everything. My subconscious is everything. It's me, and then it's also not me. It's me, but it has a different like a different stream of consciousness. Is that what they call it? Like it's got its own like stream of consciousness, and everybody acts like the subconscious mind is so separate from the conscious mind, or like it's like the secret thing. But what we don't realize is that the conscious mind creates the subconscious mind. So while we're all like trying to figure out like what it is that's going on in our subconscious mind, all you have to do, right, is look around. And in my dream, I thought it was like, whoa, like I'm meeting my subconscious mind, like this is so trippy. Cause I get to talk to my subconscious mind and everything's just manifesting before my eyes. Like I thought I was so woke in my dream. I was like, oh my god, I'm so woke. Like I get to, you know, straight up just talk to my subconscious mind. I get to see what's going on. And it wasn't until, I'm trying to get like good lighting. It wasn't until I woke up and I'm typing all this stuff to my cousin that I realized that doesn't just apply to my dream. It applies to this place too. Like the dream characters, right? Okay, so let me put it this way. Like the dream characters, like you wake up, right, and you try to like read your dreams, like what did that mean? You know, like what was my subconscious mind trying to tell me? Like, and I was in this room, and what did that mean? And it's like, it's just, it works the same way here too. Like it does. It just yeah, so I needed to get that out and share it with you guys. Like sometimes people are like, oh, what did this dream mean? I don't know. What did your conscious mind make it mean? Like we're all pissed off at the subconscious because like it's a puppet master of our life, but the way you get your power back is by realizing that like it's you. Everything is you, and it's not just in your dreams. It's not just your dreams that like need decoding. Like there's stuff that's legit happening. It's not stuff, it's literally everything happening right effing now, all around you. Your life, your experiences, your relationships, your finances, literally everything in your life. Straight up reflection of what's going on in here that you created, whether you believe in it or not. It's not the way it works. It just is. It's just a thing. Yeah, so that's a fun little thing to talk about. Let me just do this really quick. Yeah, guys, so I mean, that was my dream the other day, and it was just great, honestly. I'm still kind of like, I don't know. I'm gonna be making more videos like this. We'll see what happens.